talking about breaking you down and then getting rid of you within the 8th.
We're going to do the same to him. We're going to break him down. One thing for sure, I'm Puerto Rican, and you know how that rivalry goes. You know, you never seen a Mexican have compassion for a Puerto Rican or a Puerto Rican have compassion for Mexican. And it's crazy how he could say he has compassion for...
Canelo Alvarez is gearing up to defend his super middleweight champion belts at the T-Mobile Arena. To prepare for this crucial bout, he has enlisted the help of Teofimo Lopez, the super lightweight world champion. Canelo and Lopez, the Honduran boxer, with an impressive record of 20 wins and just 1 loss in his category, have been featured in a viral video on social media. Yes, Berlanga isn't just another contender. He's a force to be reckoned with, as his fists pack a punch that could knock out anyone. The Puerto Rican boxer is aware of his power and recently issued a warning to Alvarez on the Pound for Pound podcast. Berlanga stated, "He's going to try to look for ways to break my arms down, but I've got the power to knock him out. When we land on him, he's going to feel something different for sure. I guarantee you, he's going to feel something different." When asked how he would approach the Canelo fight, Berlanga responded, "I got to put it on him. I got to make him feel the power, so he knows if he doesn't, he's going to try and walk me down like he did Charlo, like how he did Munguia. He's not going to respect the power. He's a guy that, if he sees any weaknesses, he's going to exploit them. The respect is out the door." Berlanga was very clear about his intentions when he faces Canelo, stating that he won't hold anything back and is determined to put Canelo to sleep when the bell rings.
Guys are UFC fighters, you know, you don't go in there and say, I'm gonna have compassion for him, I'm gonna be nice with him. Guys are going in here trying to kill you, bro. And that's what I told him during the press conference, like, there's no respect, bro. With him saying compassion, all these guys, I don't believe in that. It's either you're gonna do it or not. You guys are elbowing people, headbutting people, kneeing people, you know, you're not gonna go in there and be like, hey, I got compassion for this guy. I'm gonna let him hit me with 10 elbows.
Las Vegas is set for an exciting night, but there's a problem. Just up the strip, the UFC is making history by hosting an event at the incredible $2.3 billion Sphere. Berlanga believes Canelo made a mistake by scheduling their bout on the same night. He suggested they should have moved the fight to a different date. If I were in Canelo's shoes, I would have said, yo, let's push this date up 2 weeks and give the UFC their shine. They're making history that day, and we're making history, but we'll push it up 2 weeks, Berlanga remarked. Berlanga also criticized Canelo for having a negative approach towards others in the combat sports space, particularly boxing financier Turki Alec via Riyadh season and UFC President Dana White. Canelo's got too much pride. You've seen him go back and forth with Turki and stuff. He feels like he's the money man, like the UFC Turki. This is my event and my day, Berlanga said. He believes that postponing the event by 2 weeks out of respect would have been the right move. You can't go against Dana. This guy has major money, and you're firing him up, so he's going to do the most to build up that event. But it is what it is. We just got to focus on September 14th on my event. And I just got to come out victorious so that next time, I can push the UFC event back. Shah Ali, headlining the UFC card, expressed confidence that UFC 306 will be more talked about than Canelo's fight. When it comes to Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, who are they talking about? Canelo? Or the dominating, masterful performance I put on and the viral knockout? That's what excites me. It's the competition of who stole the headlines. Conor McGregor also weighed in on X.com, sharing his thoughts on Canelo's selling power and the head-to-head clash with UFC 306. McGregor posted, "Canelo is a cornflake. He has about 300k pay-per-view buys in him. He doesn't generate what he seeks to be paid. UFC knows is going to run them from the strip. However, recent reports suggest UFC 306 might face losses, with around 3,000 tickets still unsold despite already investing over $20 million. In contrast, the Canelo vs. Berlanga PPV is reportedly close to selling out, providing a boost for the undisputed super middleweight champion. Leonard Elob also shared his thoughts, confident that Canelo Alvarez will defeat Edgar Berlanga in the 5th or 6th round with a body shot. While the UFC event is struggling to sell tickets even at discounted prices, Canelo's fight appears to be in a strong position, ensuring an exciting night for boxing fans.
What's your breakdown of that fight? How you see this fight going?
6 to 8 rounds. I think that, in my opinion, I think that Canelo stopped.
As Canelo Alvarez gears up for his next fight against Edgar Berlanga, the boxing community is abuzz with opinions, speculations, and predictions. Some suggest that Canelo is strategically selecting his opponents as his career nears its twilight, avoiding tougher challengers like David Benavidez in favor of fighters like Berlanga. This fight at the T-Mobile Arena promises to be a significant event, but opinions are divided on what it means for Canelo's legacy and Berlanga's future. Critics argue that Canelo is opting for less formidable opponents to protect his legacy. Canelo would have had a far harder time competing against someone like David Benavidez, claims one analyst. This sentiment is echoed by many who believe that Canelo, aware of his aging and the wear and tear of a long career, is more focused on maintaining his reputation rather than facing the most challenging opponents available. Veteran boxing commentator Teddy Atlas shared his thoughts on the upcoming fight, offering praise for Berlanga's development while also pointing out his inexperience. Berlanga has improved, but he still needed a few more fights at that level to season him enough to handle a guy like Canelo, Atlas said. He acknowledged Berlanga's progress, but stressed the importance of experience, especially when facing a seasoned fighter like Canelo. Atlas also touched on a crucial element that might affect the fight's outcome: Canelo's age. Canelo's a little older now, and that's the one thing he's battling against. There's a tiny bit of slippage, but he's still terrific. No fighter is immune to the passage of time, Atlas noted. This minor deterioration in Canelo's skills might be an advantage for Berlanga, giving him a slight edge if he can capitalize on it. Edgar Berlanga's bold statements have added fuel to the fire. During a recent media appearance, Berlanga confidently stated, "He's going to try to look for ways to break my arms down, but I've got the power to knock him out. When we land on him, he's going to feel something different, for sure." This bravado has not gone unnoticed by Canelo and his camp. Boxing legend Bernard Hopkins believes that Berlanga's trash talk might have backfired. The worst thing he did to Canelo was energize him to destroy. Sometimes just keep your mouth shut, and the guy doesn't beat you up that bad. Berlanga blew that, Hopkins remarked. He suggested that Berlanga's remarks have turned what could have been a routine fight for Canelo into a personal vendetta. Hopkins continued, "Canelo took that off the table. I think he just wants to show him Mao. See, I was going to just go ahead and beat you up and get my $30 million. But now I'm going to go ahead and make you piss blood." This shift in Canelo's motivation could make the fight even more dangerous for Berlanga, as Canelo is now driven to make a statement. Canelo Alvarez, a fighter known for his pride and determination, has not taken Berlanga's comments lightly. According to Hopkins, Canelo is now more motivated than ever to not only win but to dominate and punish Berlanga. Canelo is all business when the bell rings. He's going to make Berlanga regret his words, Hopkins predicted. Jose Benavidez Sr. also highlighted the inconsistency in Canelo's opponent selection. Canelo says David hasn't done enough to be worthy of a fight. Yet he goes on to fight Edgar Berlanga, who may have accomplished less, Benavidez pointed out. This criticism suggests that Canelo is strategically choosing opponents who are less likely to threaten his legacy, but still provide a significant payday and maintain his status.